Hare Krishna. Welcome to our program. Our speaker of the day is Shriman Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. He has done his master's degree from the prestigious Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, who is a senior disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is also a member of ISKCON Examination Board and takes classes on Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and Vaishnav etiquettes. He has written elaborate workbooks on Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, with which the students can dive into intricacies of these great scriptures. He is a compiler of many other educational booklets and magazines, thus helping the seekers of Bhagavad knowledge. In all, he is a living encyclopedia of scriptures preaching the science all over the world, and who is exemplary and lives whatever he preaches. Come, let's hear him and try to imbibe the essence of scriptures as presented by him. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to the second episode on forgiveness. In the previous session, we have seen the examples of Parikshit Maharaj and Chitraketu Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj has been cursed to die within 7 days for the mistake that he has done by insulting Shamika Rishi. He kept a dead snake around his neck. And we also have seen how he honestly repented for that mistake, how he expected a punishment also, and he has been punished by a curse to die in 7 days. And we also have seen the mistake done by Chitraketu Maharaj, who commented on Lord Shiva that he is sitting in a very intimate manner with his wife in the public, in the assembly of great sages, and he has been cursed to become a demon by Mother Parvati. And we have analyzed these two examples to some degree, and we will continue our analysis now. Parikshit Maharaj was expecting a punishment and he received that punishment, and he actually welcomed this curse, and he retired from his political responsibilities and he took shelter of Sukadeva Goswami and heard Srimad Bhagavatam. We have discussed also that when our regret or repentance for our mistakes is very honest and genuine and sincere, and that is with an intention to improve ourselves and rectify our mistakes, then it brings auspiciousness. But if our regret is very egoistic, then that regret will lead to destructive tendencies. Now let's come to the example of Chitraketu Maharaj. Chitraketu Maharaj also did a mistake of commenting on Lord Shiva, and when he came down, he begged forgiveness from Mother Parvati. He said that the fact is, any chaste wife would feel offended when her husband is insulted in public. So Chitraketu Maharaj could give importance to the emotions of Mother Parvati, and he said, "My dear mother, I didn't mean anything wrong, but whatever you think is wrong, let that be wrong, and may I be forgiven for it." Like that, he begged forgiveness from Mother Parvati. So Chitraketu Maharaj begged forgiveness not to nullify his curse. Chitraketu Maharaj received the curse. He agreed to be demon. In fact, Chitraketu, being a king of Vidyadhara planet, being a great devotee of Lord Sankarshana, he had the ability to counter curse also, but he did not curse Mother Parvati. And also, Chitraketu Maharaj did not go to all the sages and other prominent personalities in that assembly, and he did not gather sympathy from them. See, I did a small mistake of giving some feedback to Lord Shiva, and I have been cursed to become a demon. Is it appropriate? Is it justice? can you please take my side and then tell Parvati to nullify this curse or to at least relax this curse? He did not do anything like that. I did a mistake and I have to receive punishment for it. But he also clarified his intentions to Mother Parvati. My dear Parvati, I did not mean anything wrong. Okay. So that clarification was needed because Parvati was affected. So because Parvati was offended and she felt bad that her husband was insulted, Chitraketu found that it's his responsibility to pacify and console her. Right? On the other hand, Chitraketu Maharaj, although he begged forgiveness, Parikshit Maharaj did not go and beg forgiveness. So Parikshit Maharaj did not say sorry to Shemik Rishi. The reason is, Shemik Rishi was already embarrassed. The news of this Parikshit Maharaj's curse was communicated to Parikshit Maharaj in such a way that Shemik Rishi was already feeling so bad for this curse of Parikshit. So because Shemik Rishi was already embarrassed, if Parikshit goes and says sorry, please forgive me my dear sage, that would further embarrass the sage. To not increase the embarrassment of Shemik Rishi, who is already feeling bad that Parikshit has been cursed, Parikshit did not say sorry. So Parikshit did a mistake and he received punishment. Chitraketu did a mistake and he received a curse. But Parikshit did not say sorry. Chitraketu said sorry. The difference between them is Parvati was affected and offended and Shemik Rishi was not offended, but he is feeling guilty. So Chitraketu or Parikshit Maharaj, both of them, they were not thinking what injustice has been done to them. They were not thinking, for our small mistake, we have been punished in a severe way. So they did not gather sympathy from anyone. They took responsibility for the consequences of their own activity that they have done. But they gave more importance to the emotions of other people. So what is Shemik Rishi's embarrassment in comparison to the punishment that Parikshit has received? And what is Mother Parvati's dissatisfaction in comparison to Chitraketu's being cursed to become a demon? So although they received greater pain than the other person's pain, but still they were thinking about other person's pain. So an apology has to be said not like a ritual. When we say sorry, when we seek forgiveness, it's not a ritual. Oh, I have done some mistake, so if I say sorry, I'll be done with this, so I can move ahead. Not that way. A sorry is said, an apology is begged, and when somebody, a genuine person, seeks forgiveness, just by giving importance to the other person's emotions. Oh, Parvati is affected, I must clarify. It's a clarification, not a justification. And Shemik Rishi is already feeling bad that I am cursed, so if I say sorry, his embarrassment will be increased, so I will not say sorry. Parikshit Maharaj did not say sorry. So both of them did not think much about what happened to them, what damage happened to them. They were only respecting and valuing the other's emotions. So this is a very important quality in a devotee, in a genuine person, that although accidentally some mistake happens by them, they welcome the consequences of that mistake. They don't justify their mistake, right? So although mistakes are common in this world, we should not commit a mistake intentionally. We should make sure that even if we commit a mistake, it is not a purposeful mistake. It is a very honest and very accidental mistake. Devotees may commit mistakes also sometimes accidentally, but not intentionally. So intentionally, if you do mistakes, the repercussions are more serious. So what Parikshit has done is not an intentional mistake. He never had any intention to insult Shemik Rishi. The proof is that he is expecting punishment after committing the mistake, and before committing this mistake, in his entire life, he never insulted any Brahmana, and after that also he never insulted any Brahmana. Okay, and Chitraketu Maharaj, he never meant to disrespect Lord Shiva in any way, right? So we need to understand that when we commit a mistake, that should never be purposeful, that should never be premeditated, that should never be done intentionally. By mistake, accidentally, incidentally, something could happen to us. So one should realize it, one should regret for it, one should apologize for it if needed, and one should try not to repeat it. That is a genuine person. That these lessons we can learn from Parikshit Maharaj's case and Chitraketu Maharaj's case. There is another important aspect of seeking forgiveness. As I said, one seeks forgiveness acknowledging the anguish underwent by other person than what damage has happened to me, right? And begging apology is not a mere ritual or a formality. It is a heartfelt expression of one's genuine repentance and heartfelt acknowledgement of the pain underwent by the other person, right? So, another aspect is when we seek forgiveness from another person towards whom we might have committed some offense or mistake, we should endeavor not to repeat that mistake. So, to the degree our apology for our mistake is sincere, to that degree we will not repeat that mistake. Or, in other words, when we repeat the same mistake again towards the same person, that is a proof that our earlier analogy may not be that sincere, right? So, yeah, it's not possible to overcome a bad habit or some tendency to commit some mistake overnight. One may repeat the mistake, same mistake for a while, but at least one should have the right intention to overcome this mistake, and eventually he will be able to overcome that mistake. For example, there is another important episode in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, 24th chapter. All the Vrajavasis were making arrangements for Indra Puja. Indra is the Lord of rains. He is the king of heaven, and he also bestows rains upon people. And that rains produce grains, and that causes prosperity of people in general. So Vrajavasis were making arrangements for Indra Puja. And Krishna came there and asked all the Vrajavasis, "My dear Vrajavasis, my dear Nanda Maharaj, my dear father, why are you making all these arrangements?" Then Nanda Maharaj said, "We are doing Indra Puja." Then somehow, it's a long episode, long discussion, Krishna somehow convinced all the Vrajavasis to stop this Indra Puja and to perform Govardhan Puja. So all the Vrajavasis, they just wanted to please Krishna, their beloved child. So Krishna was just 7 years old at that time. They all did Govardhan Puja. And when Krishna inaugurated this Govardhan Puja and stopped this Indra Puja, Indra became so furious. Indra said, "These Vrajavasis who are mountain wanderers, who are village dwellers, who are uncivilized villagers, they stopped my puja and they just heard the advice of some talkative child, Krishna. And how dare they are? So I will show my prowess to them." And he called these Samvartaka clouds. Samvartaka clouds are those clouds that shower thick columns of rain. They generally shower that much rain during the universal devastation. But Indra called them and said, "You inundate Vrindavan, you completely destroy Vrindavan." So Indra poured long time, for 7 days and 7 nights, Samvartaka clouds poured profuse quantities of rain on this in this village Vrindavan, just to inundate and destroy them. Then, as you all know, Krishna lifted this Govardhan mountain on his little finger of left hand and protected all the Vrajavasis from the wrath of Indra. This is a very long story, so we have discussed it in very short. The next episode, which is relevant for forgiveness, is that Indra realized his mistake. Indra thought that, "Oh, I attacked Krishna's village, and it is me who went along with Brahma, along with Shiva, along with Mother Earth, and requested Krishna to descend to reduce the burden of this earth. And now I have become so puffed up of my wealth, of my position as King of Heaven and Lord of Rains, and I offended Krishna, and Krishna just nullified all my prowess. Krishna taught me a great lesson, so I must go and beg forgiveness. He went to Brahmaji, and Brahmaji gave Indra Surabhi cow, and along with Surabhi, Indra went to Krishna, and Krishna is very sensitive to Indra. Krishna gave him a private audience in seclusion. Krishna arranged for a meeting with Indra and Surabhi, and Surabhi and Indra went to Krishna, and Indra was begging forgiveness. My dear Krishna, I am very offensive towards you. I have committed a great mistake, great offense unto your lotus feet by sending such huge rain to destroy your village and to trouble all your associates. I am very sorry for it. And he glorified Krishna in so many ways, and he begged forgiveness. And Krishna, he was so kind, he did not say anything to Indra, he did not chastise Indra. He just said, my dear Indra, you are not supposed to be behaving like this, so now you can go back and continue your responsibilities as the King of Heaven, so never be puffed up like this. He just gave a warning and caution note and then dispatched him. Now you see, although Indra was sincere in begging forgiveness, he did not beg forgiveness with a completely pure heart. Indra thought like this: Krishna just protected the Vrajavasis from my wrath, but Krishna has not yet punished me. We have seen the example of Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj did a mistake and he desired punishment for that mistake. But Indra did a mistake and he did not want to be punished for this mistake. He wanted to avoid punishment. So although there is some repentance in his heart that, oh, I have done a mistake towards Krishna, I should go and beg forgiveness. But he was afraid that, oh, Krishna has not yet punished me, probably he might punish me for my mistake, maybe he will call Yamaraj and then ask Yamaraj to punish me. So Indra was very fearful of this punishment from Krishna. So it's not with a sincere heart, purely sincere heart. The proof of this is, after Krishna completes his Vrindavan pastimes and he goes to Dwaraka, and he commences his Dwaraka pastimes, at that time, Satyabhama, one of the foremost queens of Krishna, she asks for Parijata tree. So Krishna goes along with Satyabhama after killing Narakasur. He goes to Indra's planet and he wanted to take this Parijata tree. You know what Indra did? Indra came to fight with Krishna. Hey, this is heavenly tree. How can you take it to the earthly planet? How can you take it to your Dwaraka? It is supposed to be in Swarga. So he went into a dispute with Krishna. So just some time back, he begged forgiveness from Krishna. Krishna, you are the Supreme Lord. I am just living at your mercy. I am just an insignificant servant and insignificant representative of yours. And I am just playing some small role in this universal administration by being the King of Heaven. So you are the real Indra. I coronate you as the real Indra, as Govinda. So he begged apologies, he sought forgiveness from Krishna, but he did same mistake again in Parijata episode. He did not give Parijata tree. Again Krishna had to teach him a lesson, and finally Krishna forgave him also. So when we commit a mistake, we should not do it in a purposeful manner. Sometimes accidentally we may commit a mistake, but one should not be very purposeful in committing mistakes. Second thing is, we should honestly regret for the mistake and we should not repeat the same mistake. So one may commit a same mistake even after begging apologies, seeking forgiveness, to the degree one is not very sincere. So one should also cultivate that sincerity in one's attempt to rectify one's mistakes and not to repeat one's mistakes. And as I said, overcoming a mistake will not happen overnight. It will take some time, but we should have sincere intention to overcome it. Gradually, by Krishna's grace, by God's grace, we can overcome it one day. So when we commit some mistakes accidentally, we should sincerely regret for them, we should apologize, and we should honestly endeavor to rectify those mistakes and not repeat the mistakes. And we should humbly beg forgiveness for our mistakes at heart and in expression level also. And if Krishna does not forgive our mistakes, where will we go? So after performing deity worship, every deity worshipper, every pujari, whoever serves the deities, he would go in front of the deities and then begs forgiveness. I did my worship to the best of my ability, but still there could be some mistakes. Please forgive me for all those mistakes. Aparadha sahasrani kriyante har nishammaya dasoham itimam matva kshamasva madhusudana. I have done thousands of mistakes. Please consider me as your sincere, humble servant, dasa, and forgive my mistakes. And we should also beg forgiveness, and our actually our hope is in Krishna's forgiveness. If Krishna does not forgive us, we have no shelter in these three worlds. So this devotee always remembers this promise done by Krishna. Krishna says, Pratigna tava govinda name bhaktaha pranashyati iti samsritya pranan sandharayatam yaham. Krishna says that my devotee will never perish. And devotee reminds this promise to Krishna. Pratigna tava govinda name bhaktaha pranasyati. You have taken this vow that your devotee will never perish. And I am trying to become your devotee by the mercy of your other devotees. If only you can forgive me for my mistakes and give me the ability not to repeat those mistakes again and again. So that will be the greatest hope for me. So like that, devotee will sincerely seek forgiveness for all the mistakes he has done intentionally and unintentionally, and as much as possible he avoids to commit any intentional mistakes, but by mistake, incidentally, if some mistake happens, he sincerely begs forgiveness for it. So we have seen some pointers about seeking forgiveness, and in the next episode we will see how we have to forgive other people when they do some mistakes. Hare Krishna.
For more such devotional programs, please watch Hare Krishna television. To get this channel, please contact your cable or DTH operator. For more information, please call 8767 845 845.